26-6 seems like a consistent night a few years from now for Jaden Ivey.
He was able to find open guys on the perimeter.
He is a freak athlete.
Shawn Kemp was a monster inside.
I mean, you may be able in the future to run a set that has Isaiah Stewart and Duran on the court at the same time, and you become athletic and long.
Killian Hayes has to have the balls to take the three-point shot.
Adam, did you actually stay up and watch Summer League last night?
I watched the first quarter and a half, almost the whole first half, and then I died. I couldn't stay up anymore.
Oh.
Yeah. I need
Not
sleep.
that you care. I watched the whole thing.
Ooh.
Well, Terry took a power nap before, so he played it smart. I was here till what, 8:30?
8:30 almost.
Got home at 9:15-ish. And then I had to do the prep. That took some time.
Yeah.
And then I adjusted it when Terry sent me his stuff. And here we are.
I watched some of it.
For you.
Oh yeah, it was a great night. Jaden Ivey 26-6. Talk about a nice stat line. But if I'm honest, I told you before any summer league games were played, Terry, that my expectations year one that I'd be happy with is about 15, 16 points a night, 4 rebounds, and probably 2 assists. I don't think he's going to be
For the regular season?
for the regular season. I don't think he's going to be able to average 6 and 6 every night on the boards and assisting, but it was nice to see because I said this with the Lions when they beat the Cardinals. It's like, you know what? That game, when they won that game, the season was a disaster, right? But I saw their model of how they can win football games. Like, it made sense. I'm like, you know what? You can replicate that. 26-6 seems like a consistent night a few years from now for Jaden Ivey. And that was my takeaway, at least. Yes, it's summer league. Yes, it's early. 6 of 14, under 50%, but that's where you expect him to be, somewhere between 43 and 47% year one. That's the goal. The high goal is 47% if you can do it, but you're looking at low 40s year one. It's just
You
the
can
nature
look at
of
it a different way. 6 of 14 is just one shot away from being
50%. 100%.
The thing that I was looking to see if he can do, and NBA is a lot different, but I wanted to see when he gets into the lane and he doesn't have a shot, can he find the open man? I thought for the most part he did last night. Yes, he had 4 turnovers,
6, I
all in the first half.
Oh, okay.
But he was able to find open guys on the perimeter. That was what I was most impressed about him. We already know about the speed. We already know that he can beat his man. But could he find the open man when he tried to find his shot, saw that it wasn't there, and then had to go to plan B? I thought he executed plan B very well last night.
He did. Again, the thing that stood out to me was off-ball movement. Even when he wasn't even involved in the play, he was moving, cutting to the basket, making space. I thought that's perfect. That works in the NBA, and even Dwayne Casey touched on it early on in the game when he was talking with Doris Burke and the other dude. The conversation was, he's young. His shot will take time to develop. I mean, you all saw his shot, his form last night. It goes in, but it needs to be touched up a little bit. It needs to be more consistent. You saw some of the shots that were completely off target, but really it's his off-ball movement, ability to cut to the basket, and his ability to drive to the basket with the ball. Terry, he created how many open shots for his teammates just with his dribble penetration.
Right.
He is a freak athlete. And you know what? We've seen all the picks now. We've seen all the stars taken in the top 6, top 7 play. None were as athletic as Jaden Ivey was last night.
No, none. But I tell you, the guy that so far I've seen that I like Chet Holmgren better than anybody so far. But that doesn't mean anything because it's summer league and stuff. But I like the way he handled himself. I thought Banchero,
he had a good night.
Was very good. He made a terrific pass from the perimeter, no look, inside, in traffic, found his guy. So I was impressed with that. Jaden Ivey's got to, he's got to stand up. That dude falls down on the ground a lot. And you know what else? I was impressed with Mama's hair last night. Yeah, she said, I'm not going to look like a bum on TV while watching my son.
No, she's the definition of she's fine. She's fine. But anyways, Jalen Duren, the other notable first-round pick, who, by the way, yesterday, or the day before, excuse me, was his first practice because it took forever for that Knicks trade to go through. He came in and he showed out. Early on, he was unstoppable. You saw the potential there in the transition with the alley-oop. You saw his ability to really dominate and really box out players. Granted, only 1 rebound. That was odd, but I'm not going to look too much into that. That's a guy that'll be a consistent rebounder in the league. His offensive game, I'm telling you, that ceiling he has on offense is something to look out for. But the way he ran the floor in transition, phenomenal. That's everything the Pistons need this year from a big man. Kelly Olynyk couldn't provide it.
He's a boy, but he's a man.
He's only 18. He's not 19 till November.
Right.
And he's built like a 27-year-old in their prime basketball player.
They brought up the perfect guy.
Shawn Kemp.
Yep.
Yep.
Shawn Kemp was a monster inside. He could shoot a little bit, but his game was, I'm going to overpower you and then talk about your mama, and then after the game, make babies.
How about even Duren, though? Duren had some pretty impressive passes. You know, somebody that I thought played super well, probably not going to get enough attention this morning or maybe credit.
Killian Hayes.
Killian Hayes is a good 2, but for me, number 1 was Isaiah Stewart. I have to say, I think I've been extremely harsh on Isaiah Stewart. His jump shot is a lot better now. The form is consistent. It's much better than it was last year and even the year prior. He's improving, and that's all you can ask out of your young players. And if he develops a respectable three-point shot, yesterday 3 for 4 from 3, I mean, come on. I mean, you may be able in the future to run a set that has Isaiah Stewart and Duren on the court at the same time, and you become athletic and long.
Now, I don't want to go old school on you again, but I'm going to. The reason Stewart's three-point shot looks better is because there is a trickle-down lesson they got from Isaiah Thomas. Work on one thing during the off season, and then everybody's going to be surprised by it. Maybe Isaiah Stewart was the three-point shot. I think Cade Cunningham is going to be setting his teammates up better than he did last year. So Isaiah always believed, worked on that one thing and just kill it every day. Kill it. Do this. And I think that's trickled down to them. Other guys in the NBA do it too, but I think he's really hammered that with young guys for the Pistons.
Killian Hayes had a decent performance. He had some really good passes. Dwayne Casey hinted at it. It's a big year for him. And he's got to be able to hit a three-point shot. It's that simple. His ability to be on the court outside of just as a defensive asset and maybe a guy that can help facilitate, he's going to need to put together his game.
All right, brother, here, I'm gonna give you, I'm going to go a little bit deeper.
All right.
Killian Hayes has to have the balls to take the three-point shot, then hit it.
Yeah.
So I think he looks at it, it's like, oh, damn, I don't want to do this here. You take it, Cade. I'm good.
Yeah, whether it's confidence, balls, I don't care. He needs to show more. And again,
It's balls.
where you're taken matters. You have expectations. You were the first pick under Troy Weaver.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Yeah, Sadiq Bey's been better than you. Isaiah Stewart has shown more than you have. I want nothing more than Killian Hayes to be a success in Detroit. But damn it, you got to be able to score the basketball. It's tough to have a dude on the court where everybody knows, we don't have to guard him.
Right. You got to be a man.
You don't need a Ben Simmons on the court, guys. Granted, again, Killian Hayes offers you so much on defense. He can facilitate. But when are you going to score? You need to be a threat offensively. And I'm not talking 20 a night. Give me 11. You give me 11 a night, Killian Hayes? Thank you. I'll take that.
Yeah.
Because I don't need more than that from him.
If he's coming off the bench, be a spark sometimes. Sometimes you can be a spark defensively. You can be a spark offensively. You can be a spark passing the ball. But be a spark some way, somehow, instead of just being a slug.
I'm okay with that. I'm
Thank
definitely
you.
okay with that. The last thing I'll wrap up on with Summer League. Obviously, Ivy had the sexy box score, right? 26 and 6. But you look around all of the Summer League. Chet Holmgren, game 1, showed you what he could be, right? Mm-hmm. That's all you're looking for. You're not looking for, oh, this guy dominated the Summer League MVP. Let's go. No. Like, can you showcase that you can dominate on the court with players that aren't at your level, which is what you eventually will be in the NBA, right? If you develop the way we want you to. Chet Holmgren, game 1, he gave you the blocks. He gave you the help defense. He gave you the threes. He gave you the scoring. He gave you the transition game. He gave you everything that you wanted out of Chet Holmgren. Well, Jaden Ivey gave you athleticism, ability to hit the three-point shot, dribble penetration, dishing out and getting his teammates involved. I thought it was a perfect debut for Jaden Ivey on the Pistons.
Yeah, it's about and probably he was probably trying too hard because it's his first time in a Piston uniform and it meant a lot to him. So the next step for him during the next 4 games or 5 games, whatever it's going to be, is to slow it down a little bit, but not lose your edge. The game has to slow down for him because I think at times he's just got himself in trouble. He fell on the ground like a blanket, and so that part will come. But you're playing with men now, and and not the real men yet. These are men with a small M.
These are the chubby men, right?
Yeah,
Like that dude out in Memphis.
I saw a fatty out there. Yeah, who was that guy?
And that's a guy associated with the Woodward heavyweights.
He looked like? I thought that was one of our heavyweights out there.
It looked like Easy for a little bit.
I know he
but
did,
then he
yeah.
had hair, so it wasn't.
Yeah, he was a cute little guy, but he was fat.
Yeah, he's tubby. What?
I wonder if my man could make
Don't
it up
sit
and
there
down
and make
the court.
faces. You have a microphone. Use it.
And I didn't have words, so I had faces. Don't start
That's the
with
face
me.
you made.
Not today.
You know what? Maddie, she had her face distorted about 5 minutes ago. You know who she looked like?
Who?
George Washington. With dark hair.
Oh God, don't worry, Maddie. We all give up.